Good morning. It's E from MarketWizards.com and eMiniWizard.com. About 23 minutes after 9, 25th of June, 2019. And just doing a quick review for some of our traders. I want to remind everybody to use risk capital you can afford to lose if you're playing this game. Risky business. We need to be using discretionary capital we can afford to lose. Visit our website if you'd like to take a look at some of the opportunities that we will be offering. Looking for people that want to partner up. I'd like to teach some of the skills that I have learned and some of the patterns. See if we can't find a few people that want to work together. This really does work for whatever vehicle you want to use and whatever time frame. We'll take a look at a few ideas. We just finished the last session and we're in the bonus time right now. Let's take a quick peek. And in the bonus time, my goal is try to find a few points for our traders to allow them to take that and use that to get a no-brainer, a free trade coming back into our next session. This is the NQ. Looking at the NQ in a 2-day range, we've got the 54.25 middle. That's already been hit. I took a look at another chart early and looked like the support had been found. I love this chart right here. And we can tell just in the monthly that we pulled back one level. So I felt this was a double in here, a retest. And that bounce should come back in and try to test the middle. E-widget is a really easy way to see this stuff. Anyways, this is the bounce already. We can see the third time through trade. We come back and we retested that. Got to keep an eye on yesterday's low. That's going to be an important idea today in the NQ. So you want to watch that level, obviously, as a guide for today. Are we still bouncing or not? Taking a look at the E-mini. Had a really nice bounce. We'd suggested try to get to the 50.25 to 52s. 54.25 is going to be our next resistance, up to 56, 56.25. That should be our immediate resistance also, based on a couple of charts we've looked at. We suggested that we were bouncing and keep an eye on yesterday's low. That would be an important idea. And don't forget, yesterday's low is also last year's high. So this is going to be a very important area going forward. And we thought that this would be a pivot early this morning for the bounce. Here's a look at a weekly gold chart. Identified the third time through trade, 1, 2, 3. Obviously, we've taken off, bolted, we've taken out that par high. That's also a third time through trade up here. Keep an eye on that level coming backwards on any retest. Z-widget, and I love to use this in multiple time frames. This is the RTY. You can obviously see that we've held. We had a little fake breakout and a pullback. Third time through trade, failed. Pulled back through the pipe, double bottom in here, holding. Came through. So this box needs to be resolved before anything else gets done. Resistance, trading box, support box. And this is the pipe. Anybody that had played alongside pre-market For the E-mini, we suggested be done 52 and a quarter to 54 and a quarter for the first push. And anybody that's got a directional trade like the convenient trade, you've got to take some profits off. Just common sense. Got the middle at 50 and a quarter. In the E-mini, anybody that is played towards the gap, made something pre-market, our advice is usually make sure you are paid. This is a bounce, and obviously we've got a nice push overnight south side. The bounce should be hit one time, and the key will be this swing from our 42 support until broken. And our immediate resistance, 52 to 54 and a quarter. And my suggestion again will be hit and run. Grab something, get your VIG. We define your VIG as 4 to 5 points per contract per day. Spread your trades out over time and do the best you can with the time that you're here. Obviously, if you are not a pajama trader, you don't participate in this move, but there's always enough movement to make it worthwhile to give it a shot if there's a high odds trade. And here's our monthly look. You can see the controlling pivots below us, low of that bar. In that 36 area, that's the controlling low. We've suggested today to consider our 38, 37 and a half area as supportive if we take out that 42, because that would be our next support. Come a long way. Range type trading, summer hours. We have had a new high made, just busted the top, and we've had a reasonable pullback, but I'm still thinking fairly neutral for now. And take it one day at a time. Here's a larger look. This is the OTF predictive chart. We know that our resistance is back here at that 68.75. We also know that this 59 zone right here is a demarcation from the top level of resistance as we pull back into range. And we're looking at this 39 and a half as the top of the pipe. So we know that this yellow box has been our trading box. We also know that we've slipped into this box. So these are the two boxes right now that we need to be aware of. Testing the 47, we said 47 today should be the pivot, 47 and a quarter. Anybody that's there should be getting paid. It stops down. I've got this line here to remind me that's last year's high. So this slips down here, and now this slips here, and that's the new relationship. Here's a great test of support. Anybody that's got that 46 and a quarter, the 47 and a quarter, that's the payday. Good fortune below. And the boys came out shooting. It's why you don't squander profits that you've been able to eke out in the convenient trade. Angel should be right back in here in this 43 and a quarter area. Bingo. And got a nice little dump too. E-widget. Set them up. Put the date. And put the next date. Done automatically. Nice washout. Using 38 support. Day is done. If you're looking to make your 4 or 5 points per contract per day, your day is already done. This is one of the greatest businesses in the world. This is the type of thing we do all the time. We're not always successful guessing the right level or the right timing, but over time, the odds are hugely in our favor. All right, trade well.